We are witnessing one of the greatest internet meltdowns of our times, boys and girls. Every moment is gold. Watching a grifter just completely nuke his career in the funniest way is just so very fantastic. So for people out of the loop, there's this grifter called Jack Murphy. He's got a beard. You might have seen him on Tim Pool's podcast if you like listening to someone declaring civil war every second of the day, and wondered who he is. I personally thought he was a journalist or some shit at first, but in fact he's a traditional grifter. He has a beard and is a self-proclaimed alpha male giga chad, and he teaches bland, generic, traditional conservative advice you should already know, like Jordan Peterson does. You know, become a lobster and clean your penis. An internet dad, basically. However, instead of simply writing a book like Jordan Peterson, this motherfucker charges you $4,000 to join his cult, the Liminal Order, and markets it as some sort of weird networking sphere that's more powerful than the government, and everyone involved immediately becomes rich when they give him $4,000. Well, someone gets rich, but it's not the virgin Redditors who fork over the cash. Now, the thing about running these types of scams is you really do have to be clean and actually trad and conservative, or else your house of cookery could come crashing down at any second. And Jack and his beard went on to You Are Here, a podcast hosted by Sydney Watson and Elijah Schaffer, and Sydney read a superchat about a cuckolding article he wrote in 2015, and this was his reaction.
Mr. Dick and Bowles says, "Hey Jack."
See, that's what she does. She does this. Like, she reads it like that's normal. Like, it's not even, she's not even saying, I'm not going to skip the name. She just goes, Mr. Dick and Ball said.
Could you please clear up the Cuck article you wrote?
I am not going to talk about this.
Okay.
And basically, you know what? Fuck you. For bringing this up right here and right now. Why are you doing this to me?
I didn't know that. I didn't know what it was.
Well, just use a little bit of fucking common sense.
Sorry, apologies.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Elizabeth.
Heartfelt.
Now, this clip went viral because it's hilarious, and I just want to ask one question. When you see this clip, what does it make you want to do? Is it A, nothing, move on and think about how impressive Jack's beard is? Or B, think, well, I'm not going to be able to do anything for the rest of the day until I've read that article, so I better find it? If you answered B, well done. You are like 100% of all people. So we all did find the article, and I'll link it in the description because it is one of the funniest articles of all time. It starts with, today I sent my adoring, loyal, hot young girlfriend of 2 years to have sex with a stranger from Tinder. She is currently at his apartment, checked in with me via text, and is presumably sucking and fucking away to a good time. I'm alone writing. Couldn't be happier. Now, before you write me off as another salon.com freak who wants to be a cuckold, yes, or some kind of spineless beta undermill, also yes, hear me out. This has been a long road. My manhood is intact and my dick is hard. So straight out of the blocks, it is comedy gold. It's thousands of words justifying to himself, I think, about why cuckoldry is great and he shouldn't be ashamed of letting his chick get railed by other dudes. In his own words, this is apex level stuff, guys. All you betas not whoring out your wife. Sort your life out. Get on Jack's level. Do you even felch? So obviously he was mercilessly mocked on the internet for this, where he handled it extremely well by blocking everyone on the internet. And then he had Tim Pool and his beanie run cover for him, where he blamed the podcast host of the other show for him being a huge alpha chad, where he loses his mind at tiny little women, which again didn't go well for him because Sydney Watson then made a video shitting on him. He also called everyone laughing at him losers, because you know what really works on the internet? Every single time is to start calling the people you want to stop doing something names. I mean, they don't just crank it up and do it more because they got the reaction they wanted out of you, of course. So that's where we are up until last night. It's obviously hilarious. A guy who couldn't just say, yeah, I was into some really weird stuff back then. Sorry about that. I've grown as a person. Now I'm a traditional conservative guy who just wants to help men be men for the one-time fee of $4,000. You know, normal stuff. Stupid thing is, that would have fixed everything. But Jack is a boomer and doesn't understand how the internet works. And if you make weaponized autism angry, they won't stop digging. And dig they did. As late as 2019, he and his wife were chaturbate porn stars. I can't show you any of the porn, obviously, but I can read to you his profile bio. Hello, I am Big Bad Beard 1000. Blah, blah, blah. And I work as a chaturbate model. I am from the USA. I speak English. Well, not enough to know how to spell speak, though. I would like to say I am really interested in men, women, trans couples, but also open to new experiences. Sounds pretty gay to me. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. But if you're putting yourself out there as the guy with the beard wanting impressionable idiots to give you money so you can tell them generic platitudes like, work out at the gym, bro, love your family, bro, get married and have kids, bro, Christ is Kang, bro, it could be a huge problem. I sure do hope this is the end of the skeletons in his closet, or else he might be finished. Oh wait, you mean to say he's done solo videos and posted them on gay forums of him jerking off with a dildo in his ass? How very traditional and conservative. Obviously, this made Jack go into a complete meltdown. He at first protected his tweets, which is of course the look you go for when everyone else has a problem, not you. And then Nick Rekieta was reading his DMs that I had sent him on stream, basically threatening him, like, we've got a lot of mutuals, so this is not a good look for you, Chief. Exposing me as a complete degenerate. I mean, all Nick Rekieta did was tweet that the whole thing was weird, which it is. And in the middle of that stream, he DM'd him in real time and tells him he is responsible for inciting a mob against his wife. You know, going for the, look at what you're doing to this poor defenseless woman angle. No one cares about her in this story, Jack. We're laughing at you, and only you. We felt kind of sorry for her, because I've read some of your articles, your other ones, and I don't think she's as into it as you are. You're forcing her to do this, just by judging what you type. And then, this is when you know he's reached peak. What do? My grift is ruined. Everyone is laughing at me. Probably throwing things around his house, absolutely losing his mind. Everybody knows he's a gay chaturbate model instead of that guy with a beard who's going to teach everyone about Jesus and how to live a wholesome, pure life. This is the actions of a dying man, and he tweets this. My fiance and I are victims of a revenge porn scandal. No, you both posted them publicly, and judging by your bio on chaturbate, you receive money for them as well. I don't know how chaturbate works, but that's what it sounds like. By sexual predator the quartering, a close associate of Sydney Watson and Elijah Schaffer, and others at the Blaze. Okay, so the quartering broke the story. But is he a sexual predator? The worst I can think of him is making videos that could be 2 minutes long and instead 10 minutes so he can get ad revenue. This is one of the most desperate acts I've ever seen a man, let alone an alpha giga chad, do. I hate bringing attention to this, yeah, I bet you do. But this is sexual violence and beyond the pale. This is the guy who talks about raping women in his articles talking about sexual violence, by the way. I'm not lying, you can read them, I'll link them all in the bio. Glenn Beck, what say you? What is summoning Glenn Beck going to do? Make this all go away? What the fuck is he talking about? Is Glenn Beck a magical wizard who can turn back time so we don't know he's a cuck? I don't know what he expects Glenn Beck, an old radio host with a podcast as far as I know, could possibly do about this. So there we have it, everyone. This is a lesson on what not to do when presenting with embarrassing things from your past. Own it and admit it straight away, or things will get very hilarious for everyone else. But not you, especially if you're a total fraud and a grifter with a lot of skeletons in your closet, like Jack is. That's it for today's video. Don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to see more content like this. Thanks, bye.